Hey people, this video is going to be my attempt to save my filthy carpet. I never realized how dirty it is, but it's pretty dirty, and I just spilled this chocolate on there. Chocolate ice cream. Boy, am I not happy. I didn't even notice this. It's probably been soaking in here for, whoa, hours? So what I'm going to do is I've got an X-Acto knife, but I'm going to, you can use whatever you want. I'm going to try to scoop up as much of this as I can because I don't want this stuff to soak in. So the more I can get off of the carpet, the better off I am. It looks like it's really soaked in really deep, so I'm probably screwed. The thing is that if you put any chemical on there, if you spray a chemical, if you put soap, detergent, some people say put laundry detergent. If you put any of that stuff on here, it's going to soak right down into the fibers and make this even worse. So the best thing you can do is to try to get up as much of this as you can off the top layers so that you might end up having a ruined carpet like I think I have with a stain on the top, but you certainly don't want it to soak in all the way down. So I'm going to turn off the camera and try to scoop up a little bit more of this. Let me show you what I've got already. That's all over the paper towel. So I'm going to try to wipe off this stuff, and I'll come back and we'll see if I can clean my carpet and save it. Ow! Okay, I'm back. It looks like most of this chocolate really soaked down very deep into the fibers. It's about half the depth of the fibers. That's my paper towel loaded with chocolate, and I'm pretty sure this carpet is ruined. But I'm going to lightly, I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to lightly rub on the top since it's not going to do much. It doesn't seem like it's doing anything. Okay, so my assumption is I've probably ruined my carpet, and there's not really much I can do. I'm not going to hire somebody to come in here and fix this. I just, oops, big oops on me. So what I'm going to try now is some rubbing alcohol. Rubbing alcohol is incredible stuff for cleaning, but it can also ruin the carpet. It could melt the dye. It could dissolve the dye. It might dissolve some of the fat in the chocolate. So I'm just gonna, I've got a paper towel. I'm using 91% rubbing alcohol. Most of the time in the markets, you don't get 91%. I'm just gonna see what this does. You see it's bringing up a little bit of chocolate, not a lot. So my assumption is I probably have ruined the carpet, but you know, it's bringing some stuff up. I don't want to soak it. I don't want to go in there and soak it. I'm just working on the top right now because I want to bring up as much chocolate off the top as I can without letting it soak down. That's the problem most people have, is they take a chemical, they take a carpet cleaner, and they pour it on a stain, and it soaks all the way down, and then it goes deeper into the fiber, and you're screwed. So I'm just going to do this for a while, and I'll put the camera back on in a little bit. But I'm going to, it's bringing some up. There's no doubt it is working. But again, you don't want to pour a chemical on there. It looks like the carpet's just destroyed. It's not as bad as it was before, but it really looks like the carpet is, the fibers are dyed, and I'm screwed. So I'm going to work on this a little bit more. 91% rubbing alcohol. Some stores carry it. Most of them don't have the 91%. They have like 80 something. You want the 91. The 91 is almost a commercial product, and it doesn't have, it's what it is. It's 91% alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and 9% water. When you use the other stuff, you have much more water and not as much alcohol, and you want the alcohol to be working. So things are so bad that I did what I shouldn't be doing, is I poured the alcohol into the stain, mainly because I need to try to get this stuff out from between the fibers, and I don't think I can. I think I'm in trouble. It has removed a lot. It's removed a lot of the chocolate, but you can see, this is my second paper towel, you can see the stain remains. The stain is deep into the fibers. That's the whole thing. It's deep into the fibers. It's coming out a little bit, but I think I'm going to have a ruined carpet, or a very noticeable stain on this carpet. And I haven't given up yet. You really don't want to be doing what I'm doing. You don't want to grind the stain deeper. You don't want to soak the alcohol way down. So you can see I'm trying to separate the fibers and get in between the layers of carpet, trying to soak up as much chocolate as I can. There's a product on the market, you can buy it at most stores, called Folex Instant Carpet Spot Remover, Folex. That's the chocolate stain. I just sprayed the Folex. Let me try to zoom out. I just sprayed the Folex on the spot, which is over there. You can see it looks completely different than what it was before. The carpet still looks really bad, but a lot of the chocolate came up. The alcohol and the scraping was important to get the stuff off the top. The alcohol did blot things up, but it didn't take up enough of it. So what I'm going to do is, it looks like I'm probably going to end up with a stain, no doubt about that. But until it's time to replace the carpet, I'm using the Folex Instant Carpet Spot Remover. I've got that stuff soaking in there now. Some people online say that you want to use ammonia. Ammonia is really good. Ammonia can also take out the dye, the carpet dye, the color. And other people say you want to use some ammonia. Just air the place out really well, but you want to use some ammonia. Now the important thing when you do something like this is you do not want to do what most people do, which is start off spraying things and letting it soak all the way into the fibers. That's pretty impressive. It looks like a dirty carpet, but look at this. This is my fourth paper towel, but look at that. All of that dirt. That's probably also dirt just from the carpet because it's a dirty carpet, but most of that is the chocolate. I'm separating the fibers right now. You don't see... Yeah, there's chocolate down there. I don't know if you can see it. Let me zoom in. Look at that. The chocolate is down in between the rows. It's definitely down in between the rows. The carpet's just filthy, but it's still down in the fibers. So I'm going to separate everything, and I'm going to go in there and try to clean this a little bit more, and we'll see what the final result is. If you like my videos, do a thumbs up, a subscribe, a like. Go to my channel page if you want to leave a donation. This is the stuff I'm using. Folex. You can buy it at most cool stores. Non-toxic, and it works. All right, now the hardcore stuff. Straight ammonia. Be really careful. This stuff is toxic as can be. It's really bad for your lungs. It's pouring rain out there now, so I don't really have the door open. I should. I'm using the toothbrush, trying to get down into the fibers. And that's really what you want to do. You want to break up your stain from the fibers. You don't want to soak it in there. You want to break it up. That's why I'm separating the fibers. I'm going to scoop the toothbrush into the ammonia again. And I know by doing this, it allows it to soak down in there. But, you know, there's only so much you can do. So I'm trying to remove it, dissolve it from the fibers. Now I soak it up. I blot it up. Try to bring that stain up. I'm not really rubbing as much. I use the brush to hopefully dissolve some of this. And I don't know how much of that is dirt. Probably a lot of it. I don't know how much of it is dirt and how much of it is chocolate, but I'm trying to get in between the threads where the chocolate soaked down, because even if you get it off the top, the minute you move the carpet around, you're going to see dirt way down between the fibers. So it's starting to look a lot better. So this is what I started off with. Let's zoom in. There was a lot of chocolate on the carpet. And the alcohol did help, no doubt about that. The Folex definitely did help. They're all good chemicals to be using, even though they're got to be careful with this stuff. The ammonia also helped. The ammonia removed a lot of dirt. And so let's see what do we have? A little bit of dirt, lots of dirt, a lot of dirt, and not so much chocolate. The carpet's filthy. It hasn't been cleaned in years. So I'll admit that. More chocolate. There was a lot of chocolate inside that tiny little half-inch stain, all soaked all the way down. And then the final one, which was this last, or the original blot. So let's go look and see. That's what I started off with. Not too bad. I'm going to try to zoom in a little bit. Hopefully the camera doesn't flip out. Now you can see the carpet is definitely not clean, but the carpet always looks dirty just because of the pattern of the carpet. But this is where the stain was. I can only tell because this is the wet area. Yeah, always touch the wet area to know. The wetter, the better. And so this is, it looks dirty, but when you go over there, let's try to get the light down here. When you look at this carpet, it's really weird because it just, there's a lot of dirt down in the fibers down there where dirt soaks down. But when you separate this type of carpet, it's darker, so it looks like it's dirty, but that's where the chocolate stain was. I'm going to blot it up one more time. So people who say you can't remove chocolate, you usually can't. It's still bringing up some dirt. It's wet, but it's also dirt. I'm very lucky. This is a light carpet. It did not have any treatment for stains. It did not have any treatment for things soaking in there. So it was just regular carpet, regular fiber carpet. And I've learned my lesson. I thought I had learned my lesson not to eat in this room, but that's where the stain was. And as you can see, this is how to remove a stain from carpet, a chocolate stain. And I know you're going to say it's a little dirty. Yeah, well, it's wet, so it definitely has a different color. You can see as I move the carpet around, it's the dirty carpet, and it's the separation of the things that make it look dirty. Let me try to zoom in a little bit more. It doesn't like that. Let's move the camera back. That's where the stain was. That is pretty impressive. And again, it's the carpet. When you get these fibers separated, they're wet right now, but when you get them, when they're wet, it's going to look darker. But that's where the chocolate stain was. So you can remove stains. Not always, but if you're going to do it, again, don't use a carpet cleaner. Don't use a spot thing and soak all that liquid in there and let it go into the fibers. Try to clean the fibers from the top first. We've got some really cool videos. If you want to link them to anything, that's good. Like them, subscribe. Again, channel page, click on the support button if you want to donate. If I save your carpet from having to be replaced and you want to leave me a little donation, that would be awesome. A big donation would be good too. I never say no to millions. So the stain was right over here, this tiny little area. And I would say when you zoom out, it doesn't look any different than the rest of the carpet. It might even look a little bit cleaner. Good luck with your stain. Thanks for watching. I wanted to do a final ending to the video. Let's go look at it. The carpet is filthy. But it always looks dirty. It's just a carpet that just looks dirty. And I know it's dirty. But when you go across the carpet, it's got its problems with dirt. That's where the stain was. It's still wet, so it's got a different look to it, but it is noticeably dirty compared to the rest of the carpet, but you don't see the chocolate stain anymore. So I dried the area completely, so I couldn't use that as an excuse. And that's where the dirt is. It's down in the fiber, but that's where it is along most of the carpet. It's a little worse. It's not so bad there. It's worse there. It's even worse there. But when we go to an area where it wasn't stained, you can see it's still dirty way, way down there, but not anywhere near as bad. So the upper surface really looks much better. You wouldn't know that somebody dropped a big wad of chocolate ice cream on the carpet. But I'm going to continue. I'm not going to give up yet. I want to try to clean those bottom fibers to see if I can finish off the video showing an even cleaner area than the surrounding part of the carpet. But for the most part, very impressive. Scraping, then I did a little bit of 91% isopropyl alcohol, then I did some of that Folex carpet spot remover, and then finally the ammonia. Be careful mixing chemicals. It can be toxic and very dangerous. All right, that's my last attempt at cleaning. You can see, I know that's a lot of wetness, but it's also a lot of dirt. I just poured a whole bunch of ammonia on there and wiped it up really quick, soaked it up. The fumes are pretty bad in here now, and it's raining, so I'm going to go outside and get some air so my eyes don't burn apart and my sinuses, and then I'll finish the video. That completes the video. Overall, I'm happy because I thought I had a ruined carpet. Except for the dirt that was normally there in the first place. You really wouldn't know that 20 minutes ago there was a wad of chocolate on here. Good luck cleaning your stain.